Broadcasting live from Basic Swamp, this is Tap Tap Concede. Hello and welcome everyone to Tap Tap Concede. I, Cameron, am hosting this weekend. To my immediate left is Nelson.
Hello, I am also here.
And to the further left, that is not as immediate, but nevertheless proximal, is Ben Wheeler.
I don't want to blow up your spot, but my autism won't let me not say this, is that you said this weekend, but we're not recording it on a weekend, and this is never released on a weekend.
I thought I said this week.
You said weekend.
You did say weekend, but I'm unsure why we need to be so pedantic and make sure that
I
everybody
need
knows
to get
we're
it
not
out of
recording
my
on a weekend.
I'm setting the tone for this episode.
Okay,
and
which
I'm getting it out of my
mixtape was
system.
the best one?
Ooh.
Of the weekend?
Yeah.
James is going to have to blurt out this, but I did a lot of Redacted to House of Balloons when I was younger.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what you were talking about.
Great.
Oh. Well, I mean, yeah, you would have to have been a club kid in the early 2010s.
F&M Club, maybe.
I was cool once, or at least I knew how to Google what made you cool.
There was
Anyway,
a pro players club. I was trying to get into that in the 2010s. I didn't make it.
Ben Wheeler has broken eye contact, like visibly cringing. This podcast and everything, like many things that we do, is brought to you by you, the viewer, over at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Thank you so much. Your direct support of us through Patreon allows us to create all kinds of junk, like the kind of stuff that you're listening to right now. So, you know, if you're wincing through this, you did this.
Suffer in your guilt.
This podcast in particular is also brought to you by cardkingdom.com. Cardkingdom.com, a clean, well-lit place to storm out. If you go to cardkingdom.com/LRR, that enters our affiliate code. And if you choose to order sealed product through them, or any product at all, really, you can say, Loading Ready Run sent me button, please, in the little, like, additional comments field. And they will send you a little 1-inch button that currently reads, Foil lands produce foil mana. Card Kingdom is pretty good. Their shipping is legendarily fast. We use them frequently when we need to get like something that is not available locally quickly, and they just seem like nice people. Also, they have a wonderful little cafe/bar in their flagship store.
2 of those now.
Yeah.
In their flagship, but also in, I don't know which one's the flagship
Yeah,
anymore.
I guess I shouldn't say flagship.
There's
store.
like a great cafe in Renton and another
Yeah.
great cafe in Bellevue, right?
The Portland location also has a nice little
I
restaurant.
haven't been to the Portland
It's pretty
location
nice.
yet. I'm
Dope.
envious.
Try the applesauce as a side. It's really good with the grilled cheese. So, a little bit of bookkeeping before we get started on this week's podcast. There will not be a nickname episode for the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. We all had a conversation, and it was decided that I would be the one to break this news to you. A combination of Desert Bus and the holidays has meant that the organization for this is just not going to come together in time for it to be relevant. So we will table the Lost Caverns of Ixalan nickname episode and reconvene for Murders of Karlov Manor? Murder at Karlov Manor?
Murder at Karlov, man.
Murder at Karlov Manor. So we'll see you again for nicknames in Ravnica in February?
Or
Maybe around
March.
February. Yeah.
I mean, it gives people enough time to actually look up what a nickname is, and hopefully course correct from
Just
what
putting
currently people do. Put
entire
full
song
sentences.
lyrics is
Just whole goddamn
just the
sentences.
entire
Yeah,
song.
I mean, like, it doesn't have to be a diminutive, but, you know, get your hypochoristics ready.
Whoa. And look up hypochoristics in the dictionary for me.
Yeah, you got it in one, dude.
Did I?
No, I mean Nelson.
Trying to say that word.
Yeah.
Did I say all those syllables correctly?
Hey Cam, what are we doing today?
Well, today we have, actually, I'm not really familiar. James? You had a plan for this week.
Oh, I have a plan for this week.
Oh, boy.
Are y'all ready for Stump the Panel?
I love getting stumped.
2023 edition. You'll notice that we haven't called it Stump the Experts this time around because Cameron's here.
Thank you. I feel it's important to manage expectations around my own competencies. Unless, for some reason, if you listen to me deliver the introduction to this podcast and we're like, man, this guy really knows his stuff up one side and down the other, you're in for a refreshing change of pace.
Cameron, I think you deliver some of the best copy on these podcasts.
Do I?
Yeah, I think it's great.
It is because I simply am operating in the mode of Control C, Control V with basically every interaction I have in my life.
Cameron, I sincerely appreciate your contribution to the podcast.
Thank you. I like to think of myself as a tiny homunculus operating inside an airless, lightless, sealed chamber inside some kind of horrid meat golem.
Hey, who wants to play a game?
I kind of want to hear about this meat golem.
James,
You're looking at it, baby.
Yeah.
James, your intro just now like gave me big evil James vibe.
Yeah.
Did anyone else hear like organ music slowly getting louder as
Yeah,
James
the
was
toccata
explaining?
and fugue in D minor.
Yeah, it's like
Maybe-
2023.
I mean, James had the
Stump
biggest
panel.
grin on his face when he thought that he got us all and that he zinged Cameron, and then that dissipated as soon as Cameron said homunculus.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like,
man.
oh, this burn was so good. And then you just turned it around.
Perry, riposte.
All right.
I'm not so good at conversation, but I do play a lot of Dark Souls, so I know a thing or two about fencing.
Perfect.
Both are important.
All right, let's play our game here. We have decided to do a little game of Stump the Panel 2023 Magic the Gathering edition. It has been obviously a very busy year in the realm of Magic the Gathering, and I have decided to put together a little game for you to play. Now, historically, we have done Stump the Panel or Stump the Experts with Nelson versus Wheeler. Today, you three are going to be working together as a team to get as many questions as possible right. There is a right answer and there is a wrong answer for all of these questions. All right.
One wrong answer.
And we are going to I'm going to be keeping track of points unlike a normal Stump the Expert because I'm curious to see how many of these you can get. These are not all what does this card do, but there are rounds where there is what do this cards do, but some are not, including our very first round, which is titled On This Day. I am going to give you a day of the year, and it is up to you three to tell me which set was released on that day.
Wow.
Ooh, can you give it in the Julian calendar way? Like on the 141st day
No,
of the
no,
year.
please don't.
Now, there are a couple of arena-only based sets in this list, but only a few.
Ooh.
Most of these are paper releases, and I just need to know what set came out on the day that I tell you. Are you feeling ready?
You're a monster.
Yeah.
I'm feeling excited.
Fantastic. All right.
All right.
Let's
Let's drop the ramp on Omaha Beach. This is going to go great.
Let's go. January 13th. What came out on January 13th of this year? Audio medium. I need you to talk through your answers.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
dude.
Okay.
Sorry.
It wasn't Wilds of Eldraine.
Right. It wasn't Kamigawa.
I don't
That was
believe
Lord of the Rings.
I don't believe it was a mainline set. I think James is starting us off with an
With,
arena.
like,
Was
an
it-
alchemy set?
Innistrad, Crimson Vow, Alchemy?
Oh.
Just so you know, I am going in chronological order.
Wait, or was Innistrad 2 years ago? God.
That was not helpful.
Yep. I'm sorry. I
That
said
was
it, and then I'm like,
last. I think you're right, though. I think this would be an alchemy set for the Innistrads.
I like that answer.
Yeah,
okay.
because it wasn't double feature, right? Double feature was
Double
still,
feature came out before the holidays. Like
Yes.
the previous year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they wanted double feature out for Halloween last year, didn't they?
I don't know that it. Crimson Vow.
I
even
think
came out
double
before
feature
Halloween.
double feature was in 2022, like December. Like it was before, like people bought their gifts for each other,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Right.
All right, let's lock in your answer.
Crimson Vow Alchemy. I think it was Crimson Vow Alchemy, unless it was the first set of this year.
or was it a remastered set online?
Again, not helpful.
Was it Amonkhet remastered?
No, Coming Remastered was before then.
Okay.
I don't think it was a remastered set.
Okay, let's go with Crimson Vow Alchemy.
Yeah.
Crimson Vow Alchemy.
All right, that is incorrect. The set that came out on January 13th of this year was Dominaria Remastered.
What?
That's a remastered set.
Yeah. January 13th of this year was Dominaria Remastered.
Wait, that was this year?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know, it's not just Wizards putting out a lot of products. It's that other reason that time is so hard to figure out.
All right, moving on. February 10th of this year, what set came out?
That would have been the main set.
Okay,
Yes.
we did a PPR for it. It's still in standard. It's not Lord of the Rings.
It's Phyrexia All Will Be One.
It's Phyrexia,
Yes.
All Will Be One.
Or is it March of the Machine?
No, Phyrexia, then
Okay.
Mom.
Because
Okay.
March of the Machine came out right before we went to MagicCon in May.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Phyrexia All will be one then.
All right, Phyrexia All Will Be One, correct. Phyrexia
What-
All Will Be One came out February 10th of this year.
We're 1-1. We're still live for top 8.
Kick
Okay.
James Turner's ass.
Next up, this might be a tough one. March 21st.
Okay, it's not a main set.
Aftermath.
Yeah, that sounds right, actually.
But if he's going, can I ask
No,
a question
not
about
Aftermath.
how the game is played?
Sure.
Are you going through every release of the year?
I'm going through there's a few arena releases and all the paper releases.
Okay. So Aftermath came out after
March of the Machine.
Mom.
Yeah.
And you said March?
This is March 21st.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
right,
Aftermath
yeah,
came
'cause-
out in
no.
like May.
Yeah, because March of the Machine came out in April because everyone was like, "Why did they call it April of the Machine?"
Yes.
This guy.
This guy right here. So maybe this is an arena set. Maybe this is Phyrexia Alchemy.
I think it would be...
Or, go ahead.
Well, it's either Mom Alchemy or it's an anthology set.
Yeah.
I think you wouldn't put it... Hey, James.
yeah.
For online releases, are you including, like, the anthologies?
I will give you a hint and
Yeah.
say that there are 2 arena releases in this list. I'm not saying if this is one of them. One of them is a remastered set, and one of them is an alchemy set. Those are the 2 arena-only sets that are on this list somewhere.
It's not a historic anthology.
So one of them's an alchemy set, which is going to be Alchemy Baldur's Gate Horizons. Or
Okay.
whatever that Baldur's Gate one is called. But that's
sure.
later in the year. Which means there's something else that got released.
Would it have been like a Commander product?
Yeah, they didn't do like a Commander Collection purple this year.
Are there any secret layers in this list, James?
No,
seem fair.
no, there are no secret layers in this list.
It was March.
Besides, those have different dates for their release in Canada.
Yeah, this is March. All right, need an answer.
Okay, we got to lock something in. It wasn't March of the Machine. We could say Phyrexia All Will Be One Alchemy, but that seems wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah, if there's only one alchemy set. It's
Yeah.
not
Okay.
quite.
Okay.
Are you sure you need an answer?
I mean, you don't have to give me one. You just won't get points.
What if it was one of like the what if it was another remastered set that came out in paper? Because there were some of those. What if it was Time Spiral? Was that this year?
No,
That was
like
2022.
2 years ago.
Cool.
Oh god, that was 2 years ago. I don't know. Do we just want to throw something at the wall here?
Yeah. Just trying to think of anything else that was happening back then in like Commander relevant releases.
All right, give me an answer.
All right, let's. The only solid guess I have is Phyrexia Alchemy. Let's go with that.
That is incorrect. It was the Shadows over Innistrad remastered release.
yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay.
All right, next up, there are 2 available points here. April 21st.
March of the Machines.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that. March of the Machine.
That is correct. Here is an available bonus point. Something on the cards changed for March of the Machine going forward. Like physically printed on the card, what changed?
The battle type?
Something physically on the card.
Like physically printed on the card changed.
Well, I mean, the set symbol changed.
Yeah. Is it the
Lots of things changed with every release.
Is,
Yeah.
is it the shape of the hologram?
The shape of the
To-
hologram
to,
changed?
to go with unhinged or not unhinged Infinity, the set I worked on.
But that was
Whose name-
2022.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow, this is just top tier entertainment we're producing here. I'm really proud of us.
This is a good episode idea.
Yeah, it is a good episode. We're struggling though.
Something
That's
on the
not clear.
card chain on the
Yeah.
that has been consistent throughout Magic releases since then.
I believe yes.
Yes, they've changed the rosette pattern.
Right? They took out the plastic blue layer, and now Magic cards are recyclable.
Did they change the I mean, what else is it going to be, right? They changed the holographic, like, scam.
Theft.
No,
Anti-
that
Now,
is
now Balerin is sans serif.
that is not correct. What
Okay.
they changed is the collector number went from a 3-digit this of this to
Right,
just
the
4 digits. The collector number now is 4 digits long.
This will be the episode of the show with the most swears on it.
Next up, May 12th.
May now.
This
that-
has to be Aftermath.
Aftermath.
Correct.
Yes.
Nailed it. All right. June 23rd.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I want to say Lord of the Rings.
Because it was still pretty fresh when we went to Barcelona at the end of July. Does that seem right? Pretty fresh being 6 weeks old. Pretty like the magic sets for this year, it's like they only keep as long as eggs on the counter. I mean, I'm saying
Yeah.
fresh, but maybe there was another release there that I forgot about. But we were definitely in July we played Lord of the Rings a lot.
Yeah, let's go with Lord of the Rings. When did we move?
June.
June? It's Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Yeah,
You are
because we were
correct.
playing that
Yeah.
here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that is correct. Lord of the Rings. Universes beyond the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle Earth. Next up, we have August 4th. Could you imagine in July there were no major releases?
It's August 4th. Surge is backpacking through Europe, and a Magic set releases.
And everyone's happy of it.
It's called
It's got to be the Summer Commander set. No, Commander Masters 2?
Oh, Commander Masters. There's
Right. No, that's not right either because we were playing Commander Masters in Barcelona. Unless it was a pre-release. Was that?
There's
Did we do the PPR like
That
right
was-
before that Magic Con? Is that?
Commander Master. We did, yeah, because it was all jammed together. Remember?
yeah, it's
So it's Commander Master.
Yeah, the Master
you
set comes out at the height of summer.
When you say all jammed together, remember, I'm like, yeah, you're describing my memory. Actually, my whole life is just all.
It's,
a soup.
it's Commander
in there.
Masters.
That is correct. It
Yeah,
is Commander Masters.
Cool.
All right, we're moving into September 8th.
September 8th.
Whoa.
So
D-
the Wilds of Eldraine.
yeah, Wilds
Wilds of Eldraine.
Is that right? Was it that?
I
early
know
in
what
September?
I think I know what he's
Or was
about
it
to do.
2 weeks later or something.
I think it's Wilds of Eldraine.
All right.
Wilds of Eldraine is correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job. October 10th.
I mean, not Lost Caverns of Ixalan.
Doctor Who. Doctor Who
Doctor
Commander
Who
decks.
Commander.
That is incorrect. October 10th was the Alchemy set for Eldraine.
Damn it.
Wait. You're not including the Alchemy releases for...
No, he just said he's not doing all of them. He said that.
That is diabolical.
Yeah.
That's Evil James.
I'm a monster. Also, I don't
what's-
remember seeing another Alchemy release on the
There
list.
was Alchemy for 1.
Oh, possible. I didn't see it on the list when I went through it. So, oh well.
Fine.
You
Fine.
lost. October 13th.
October 13th. This is 3 days later.
Yep.
Okay, wait. Today, can we talk about today's date without spoiling it for everybody? Right, that's fine.
It's November 30th.
It's not the weekend. The time of recording, it's November 30th.
Yep.
And I feel like that lovely PPR with Z and Anna Margaret and Ash Lizzle was only a few weeks ago.
Yes.
Right? Like it was
That was
in November.
That was November 5th.
No, it was the PPR. I remember now was November 3rd.
Or November 3rd.
It was
yes.
specifically November 3rd. I had an easy time remembering it. Okay,
October 13th.
October.
October 13th.
That
It's a
was
full-
Doctor Who.
Let's go with Doctor Who.
Yeah, that is
Thank
correct.
you.
That was Doctor Who.
I hate this guy.
Yeah, you're going to really hate me for this one. November 3rd.
There was a set that came out on the day of the PPR. That's just the release day is the same as not
No,
the
no,
PPR.
no.
The
Yeah.
release for LCI was the week later. But there was a set that came out that day. No, I remember thinking about this too. Shoot, is it another remastered set or we get that already for the?
We got the SOI remastered. It's the Lord of the Rings holiday pack.
That's what it is.
yes.
You got it.
Yes. Yes.
You got it.
The return of Split Second.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, Legolas, use your quick reflexes to ruin Legacy.
All right. Next up, November 17th. So just a few weeks
Lost
ago.
Caverns of Ixalan.
Yeah, that is correct. All right.
This
And
buddy,
for the
I know what he's going to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to just answer it now?
Oh, December 12th or whatever.
Yep.
Konzatark here on Magic Arena.
Not only did you nail the set, you nailed the date too.
Nice.
Very good
It's only
job.
cons?
Cons
Just
remastered.
cons.
Oh, is it actually just the whole?
Just cons.
Is it remastered or is it just cons?
Just cons.
It's regular cons.
It's regular cons.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fetch lands included.
Oh, exciting.
All right.
Oh, well.
You did pretty good there. You got 3 sets incorrect, and you didn't manage to grab that bonus point. But other than that, points across the board. Congratulations.
And if you're just watching now, for reference, just to recap here, all we're trying to do is remember which Magic cards were printed this year.
Yeah.
My question is,
Herculean effort by the three of us.
if you indexed all of the Magic cards that came out this year, like individually, what was the rate of release of Magic cards per second this year?
Oh, that would be interesting.
Folks at home, do it in the comments.
I mean, that
section.
wouldn't be
Yeah.
hard to figure out. Just how many unique Magic cards in general, or unique, like brand new to this year?
No,
How many?
like
how many?
like printed cards, right?
yeah, how many printed cards?
printed cards. Yeah,
Like all of the different artwork.
Yeah, like it was thousands.
Yeah.
So I would, I would
Tens
love
of
to.
thousands.
I would love to know that number actually.
Possibly. If we go individual artwork.
yeah,
and
because
thought
remember,
process?
yeah, because
Yeah, well,
remember,
let-
each set is like 4 sets now in terms of printings.
Yeah, let's be respectful here and like look at labor, right? Like a new card is when somebody has to do work on layout,
Yeah,
Sure.
right?
Yeah,
Design and artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, and coordinate with all of the various teams, and yeah.
All right. Are we ready to move on to round number 2? Round number 2 is titled "But Mythic." It was 99 cents, which I'm going to be honest, I'm very happy with the name of this round. Please applaud me in the comments.
Wait, is that a Macklemore reference?
Yeah, it absolutely is.
I am not going to applaud that.
So here's how this round works. I have 5 cards, and you need to tell me. This is classic Stump the Expert. I'm going to give you the name of the card, and you need to tell me exactly what it does. And you only get a point if the 3 of you can collectively come up with exactly what it does. And what I have done is I have gone over to our friends at CardKingdom.com, and I have looked at each of the 5 main sets from this year: 1, Mum, Lord of the Rings, Wilds of Eldraine, and Ixalan. I didn't do Commander Masters. And I've filtered out only the mythics, and I have found the cheapest mythic in every set.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Okay.
With the exception of Lost Caverns of Ixalan, because I think the set's just so new, none of the cards have settled down to 99 cents. That card is, I think, good job, is, I think, $1.79.
If you're listening, not watching us, Cameron just put his body
Smacked
into a
his-
hard thing
yeah.
next to him, which is his mic stand.
Second time.
Yeah.
Just accidentally turned his brain off with
I shouldn't.
his elbow.
I'm not laughing at the fact that you hurt yourself. I'm just laughing at the frequency in which
Which
you
you
hurt
do.
yourself in this studio alone.
But like, if you were watching the show and not in the room, you would be laughing at Cameron hurting himself, right?
Yeah. No, okay, the tiny homunculus piloting my body has never gotten a handle on where any of my limbs are. And I think it's especially funny because I imagine the tiny homunculus piloting my body is doing the same thing inside my brain
Right.
all the time. It's just like, oh, I've got to he has to blink, so I've got to pull this lever. And
All right.
immediately wangs its elbow into the
Are you-
Blink
don't
lever?
vomit button.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So for 1, Capricious Hellraiser.
Precious Hellraiser from
It's got to be a 5-mana dragon.
Phyrexia. All will be one. Is it like? Do you know? I don't know.
3/3 red, 6/6 flying dragon. This costs 3 less if you have 9 or more cards in your graveyard, and when it ETBs, you exile 3 non-creature, non-land cards
From your graveyard.
from your graveyard. Selected, you exile 3 of them, and then you can cast one of them at random without paying its mana cost.
How are we feeling?
Does it also have fire breathing?
Nope.
Does it also have haste?
Maybe. I don't think so, though. I don't think it
or
does.
first strike or any
No,
weird trample
just
or
flying.
anything? Just flying 6/6.
It might have
that's right.
trample.
Do we think it's like a 6/5 or a 6/4?
I think it's a 6/6.
Okay. And 9 is the number that of cards in your graveyard to make it
Yes.
cheaper.
Yeah, 3 and 3 red, 9 cards.
Yeah. And the mana cost you're pretty confident on?
Confident.
I
Let's lock that
have
in.
no authority to countermand any of that.
I vaguely remember this dragon that lets you get a random spell from your graveyard, so I want to trust Wheeler. I just don't remember all
the
the cards
keywords
yet,
are I'm a little like I've cast this card once. So that's what I'm pulling.
Do you
from.
remember attacking with it the same turn?
No, I remember my opponent conceding because I hit the good stuff. But it is at random.
Yeah.
And I've also hit the bad stuff with this.
I want to say that like I thought it had one more ability.
Wait, you exile 3 cards at random from your graveyard, and then you can cast a non-creature, non-land card that is exiled that way.
Oh, you get to pick?
You don't pick the cards that you exile, but you pick the card that you get to cast. But you do run into the risk of exiling a creature or a land. That's the thing, is that you can whiff.
You can cast it, and then all 3 aren't things you're
Yeah.
allowed to
Yeah.
cast. Okay.
All right. The card has been up for the audience.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you an opportunity here
Okay.
because you have nailed it with one exception. You have messed up. I'm going to be nice. That is not the correct power toughness.
I
Oh,
want to say it's like a 6/4.
I'm going to give you one opportunity to readjust your power toughness.
It doesn't have 7 power.
no,
Is it a
doesn't.
5/5?
It might be a 5/5.
Dragons tend to be symmetrical.
Sometimes they're 4/4s. They're not always.
I could see it being 5/5. I could see it being 6/5.
I could see
which
it being
goes against the
6/5
symmetry.
also.
But I could see it being 5/5. 5/5's the 6/4. Why would you price that? Why would you put this at a 5/5? Why would you design it? I think you would put this at a 6/4. Now that you said 6/4, I keep thinking.
No, I'm thinking of Capricious
Or is
Djinn.
it- or is
That's
it-
a 6/4.
Maybe, is it a 5/4? It might be
Maybe
a
it's
5.
5/4.
I think. I'm trying to think of like the design implications of making this a 5/5. I think it's a 5/4.
All right, lock in your power toughness.
I mean, it's 5/5 or 5/4.
Let's go with 5/4.
You're going to go with 5/4?
No, it's 5/5. 5/5.
5/5.
You're going to go with 5/5?
5/5.
Unfortunately,
It's
no. It's a
4/4.
4/4.
No haste. No, that was right.
Otherwise, though, you nailed the exact wording on everything else. So, no half points, but hey, good job.
Sorry, I only played this card once in like July.
Yep,
You're fine.
While on a stream.
That is
More than
why.
my 0 times.
That was my hope. All right, next up is from Mom. We have Croxa and Kunaros.
Okay, it's definitely 6 mana.
Yep.
3 and a
Mardu.
Mardu, thank
Yep.
you. And then it's a 6/6, right? No. I think it's a 6/6, unless it's a 6/5. It's got menace.
No, it has symmetrical stats.
I'm pretty sure it's a 6/6.
I believe it's a 6/6 or a 5/5.
I think it's a 6/6.
6/6 would make sense because of Croxa.
I think it has menace, and I want to say life.
Menace, Vigilance, Lifelink.
Menace, vigilance, lifelink.
That makes me think it's a 5/5, but it's a 6/6. And then when it comes into play, you can exile 5. No, when it dies. No. When it comes into play, you exile 5 cards from your graveyard, and if you do, you reanimate a creature.
Does something happen when this dies as well, or is it just an ETB effect, and then you're left with a menace, lifelink?
It's
vigilance?
just ETB. It's a 5/5.
Is it a 5/5?
It's a 5/5.
Okay.
I believe it's a 5/5.
Okay.
All right, so can
It's
you
6 mana.
Can you
Yes.
quickly just reiterate exactly what you said
3
here?
Wooburg, 5/5.
Not 3 Wooburg, 3
Sorry,
Mardu.
3 Mardu,
Mardu.
5/5. Vigilance, Menace, Lifelink. When it ETBs, you can exile 5 cards from your graveyard. If you do, you get to reanimate a creature from your graveyard to play. That doesn't target.
Does the exiling cards effect on the ETB, is it only your graveyard?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain. Yeah.
All right, you have put yourself in the exact same position.
It's a 6/6.
That is correct.
Yeah.
It is a 6.
Hooray.
That makes sense
Nice.
because of Croxa, but I remember I was trying to think of when this combos with Altered Dementia, if you are up cards.
Oh, I see.
Not much. What's up cards with you?
What's up? Yeah.
If you're up cards because you sacrifice it and then mill 6 and then you exile 5, or if it just broke even except for the dog.
We forgot that the trigger actually is like a Titan and it happens
Oh,
when
yeah,
it
and
attacks
attacks,
too.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I forgot that as well.
But James also forgot it, so it's
It's
already
true.
counted.
Yep.
James,
Yep.
James forgot it.
Yep. No, you're right. I did. You get the
Teacher's
point.
10 minutes late.
All right.
We're allowed to smoke in class.
Let's move on to Lord of the Rings and Hugh the Entwood.
Hugh the Entwood. Fantastic
This isn't a legend.
jazz musician.
No, like this is
H-U-G-H. Yeah. No, it's
no
cut down.
H-E-W.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Cut down the Entwood. I have no idea.
That sounds more like a legendary creature.
Right.
My name is Cut Down because
My-
they tried to cut me down.
Hugh.
My prime.
H-U-G-H. The end, comma, the end.
The Entwood. Name of a beautiful forest. So yeah, does this like kill green creatures or something?
No.
Anyone have any idea? Do you remember?
I
what
want
it
to say
does?
that this is land destruction, right?
Kinda.
Is this the LD card?
It blows up your own lands. You sacrifice. It's 3 red sorcery. You sacrifice any number of lands you control, and then you exile like cards off the top of your library, and then put any number of lands revealed this way into play or something.
This
Again,
is
a
an
card
extra,
I've never
it's like
cast.
a
extra
weird
weird scape shift.
Yeah, it's part Harrow, part Scapeshift, part Nahiri's Lithomancing.
Right.
It's 5 mana, 3 red sorcery. You sack lands. Maybe you sack artifacts as well. Sacrifice any number. Yes, you sack artifacts. Sacrifice any number of lands and artifacts, and then you reveal that many cards off the top of your library, and you can put that many artifacts and lands into play. Would that be too good? No, it wouldn't.
That doesn't sound too good. If you sacrifice a bunch of lands, but then you don't guarantee get your lands back.
I mean, I don't mean too good in the grand scheme of things. I just mean
Sure.
too good in the like, what if you
9/9
cast
mythic,
this and
too
just
good.
like
Yeah.
dump? Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it
dump
more
Darksteel
like? Do
Forge
you think
in
it might
play.
be a warp world where you can only sacrifice lands and artifacts, but then you reveal cards from the top of your library until you hit that many number of permanents or something, or that many number of lands? Or
Oh, that
artifacts?
could be it.
Could that be it?
Yeah.
Because there's a few ways they template this, right?
Yeah.
Either you look at that many cards, or you find that
I
many cards by
believe-
continuing to look.
I
right?
believe it's the replacement. Though I'm wondering if it does additional stuff. I think it's a sack N this card type, get up to N of this card type revealed.
Does it have like another effect? Like, does it deal damage to creatures or anything?
No.
Okay. I have just no idea. I don't think
Cameron?
I've seen this card. Okay.
All right. So Wheeler, can you one last time?
Okay. I'm gonna make a stab at this. If
Yeah,
this
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
please
lock
do,
it in.
please
Whatever.
do.
3
whatever
red sorcery. Sacrifice any number of artifacts and lands, and then you exile the top cards of your library equal to the number of permanent sacrifice this way, and you can put any number of lands and artifacts into play tapped that is being revealed this way.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close.
There
Here-
might be an additional. I mean, I don't actually know. That's what I'm locking in.
Okay.
It feels like there
Locked.
should be a little bit more.
I think I'm going to give this to you. Here's the card. If you want to read that.
Just lands.
Sacrifice any number of lands. Reveal the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of lands sacked this way. Choose any number of artifact or land cards.
I
That's where
see.
it
You
shows
get
up.
artifacts or lands.
Put
but you only
all
sacrifice
non-land
lands.
cards chosen this way onto the battlefield. Then all lands, just the battlefield tapped, and the rest on the bottom in a random order. Right. Okay. So you only sack lands, but you
Get-
reveal artifacts and lands.
Well, you reveal everything, and then you get
Yes.
to choose artifacts and lands.
Yes.
And then the lands come in tapped.
the lands come in tapped, and the artifacts don't come in tapped. Okay.
I mean, like, what's the best case scenario here? Like, you sack 5 lands and
Oh,
hit,
it's
like,
Tinker.
Plate Steel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, it's Tinker.
yeah, this is
It's not Scape Shift.
This is the classic case of I read this while trying to get the North 100 set review episode done.
Yeah.
And I scoured them this is unplayable.
Yeah.
So parts of this were in my brain. And
Yeah.
Kinda,
Oh, you did great. Yeah, I probably have seen this before because the art looks kind of familiar now that I'm looking at it. And I think I got to the second sentence and I was like, nah,
Nope.
I'm not finishing
Too
reading
much.
that. Nope.
Too much.
Nope. Sorry, I didn't read all that.
All right. Let's move on. We are moving into Wilds of Eldraine and Baluna Grand Squall.
Rug. It's the Rug legend that cares about adventures,
Okay.
or the Temur legend.
Sure.
It's a 3-mana 4/4. Something about creatures. 3-mana 4/4 creature spells you cast with adventure cost 1 less to cast.
And she's a giant,
And
right?
she's a giant.
Right. And she has her own adventure?
She has her own adventure.
And her adventure is something decent.
I think her adventure
Is it
is
like a
you either
ponder?
return a creature with adventure that's in exile to your hand, or a creature with an adventure that is like in play to your hand. She lets you rebuy adventure creatures for their adventure ability.
What do we think
Right.
the adventure costs? Like a 1
Is
and a
it
blue?
1 blue? Is it just an unsummon?
Or is it 2 mana maybe?
I don't know. I don't own this card yet.
Well, it's only 99 cents.
Yeah,
Great news.
genuinely,
At
I might go buy it
cardkingdom.com.
right now.
Yeah. It's cheap. Yeah.
It's what I wanted to get.
No, yeah, I remember this one now. She's like a giant queen or something.
I feel like the
right?
Or a
print
giant aristocrat?
Yeah,
Giant
she's
noble?
a giant noble.
Giant
Yeah.
Giant noble.
Okay.
Yeah, she's giant noble.
All I want to do.
I try to take note of 3 mana 4/4s.
Giant noble.
But I don't remember what this one's adventure does either. Okay, let's say that you can return a creature in play to your hand. You control. Return a creature you control that has an adventure to your hand. You want to say
Yeah,
it targets your thing in play.
but it also
doesn't
it has to do with exile too. I'm fairly confident that it returns, like you can return something, like you can, if you Brazen Borrower and it goes on the adventure, you can use her to return
Okay.
that from the adventure to your hand.
So maybe
Blue green, or is it 1 and a green?
what if it's return target creature that has an adventure from exile or the battlefield
yes,
to your hand?
yeah, like
Is it
that's
that?
what it does.
That's our lock in for the spell.
I think the mana cost is more than a blue though, so I think Cameron's on the right track.
blue
Yeah,
and
1
a
and a
green?
green. Because green,
A 1 and a green?
does
Okay.
have that like minor mode of returning creatures to your hand.
Yeah.
Like there's the Bellower,
Yes.
right, that does that.
Yeah, and there's
All right.
that creature from
Also, I think it's a
From Rise of
creature you
Eldrazi.
control. Yeah.
yeah.
James, is the stat line right, or is it a 3/4?
No, it's a 4/4, right?
All right.
remember this card.
Let's lock in the, because you are correct. It has obviously an adventure. Let's lock in the creature side of this.
Okay, so I believe it is green, blue, red for a 4/4 legendary giant noble that says creature spells you cast that have an adventure cost 1 less to cast.
Does it have
That,
another
that
ability?
sounds. No, I
Trample,
remember
vigilance?
like looking at
No,
her and
it's
thinking
vanilla.
like,
Okay.
there's a lot of text on this card, but she doesn't do like.
Sure.
She's the adventure commander.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, what do you think the adventure does? And what does it cost?
Well, let's talk about the cost. Do we think it's 1 and a green, or do we think it's blue or blue green or 1 and blue?
I think it's 2
Toss red.
mana.
I think it's 2 mana.
Is it blue green?
I want to guess it's 1 and a blue, but maybe it's 1 and a green. Just trying to remember looking at it.
I think it's one.
I see green.
Okay.
When I try to recall this card, like I
Okay.
see her, she's like sitting on a throne, but it's kind of like a relaxed pose.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
we could lock in blue green for the cost.
You think it's gold? Are there gold adventures? I think adventure spells always cost just 1 color.
I wanna say
because
1 and a green.
Otherwise, they have to put a gold half-size card frame box inside the text box, and I don't know what that looks like.
I think that's what it is on this card though.
Okay.
Because the whole card is gold.
Blue and a green, and you return target creature that has an adventure from exile or the battlefield to your hand.
Yes.
All right.
But we don't remember what that
Does
adventure
it have
is
ward
called.
1? No.
Ooh, does
wait.
it have ward? Or hexproof?
Oh, does it
No?
have vigilance? Is it a 3/4 vigilance? Shit.
It's a 4. It's a 4. No, it's a 4/4 because I remember looking at it and I was like 3 mana 4.
Okay.
I'm
4/4.
pretty sure
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
4/4.
All right.
Locked
It
in.
was on the
Locked
3
in.
mana 4/4. Does that have ward 1?
It
Can't
does
do
not.
this. It
It,
does
does,
not.
it does not. You're locked in. You're not getting you're not getting the point here, unfortunately.
Oh.
Here it is.
The adventure is
Trample.
5 mana.
Permanent spells. Wait, you mill 7? No, what the hell is this?
It does have trample. It is the card we were thinking of, and the text box just looks the same.
3 mana 4/4 trample.
5 mana instant mill 7
Was
cards,
not
then put
getting
all
that.
cards that have an adventure card from among the mill cards into your hand.
Okay, there's some other card that has that text of the savior
Yeah,
thing.
Sure.
My
sure.
queen.
This card's still pretty sweet, though. I like that their feet are up on a gingerbread castle.
Giant lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. That does
does
have
she
trample.
hold?
It's
It
got
has
an ability. It has
What is she
trample.
holding?
A scepter.
Part of a house, probably.
Maybe.
Or is it
someone- yeah.
is it the pumpkin carriage?
Oh, it looks like the pumpkin carriage. Yeah. Resting her feet on the gingerbread house, holding up a pumpkin carriage. That feels fitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to play this card in a Canadian Highlander deck, but I have no idea if there's one that wants to play it. That I would like the rest of the deck.
This
But this card looks fun. Like 3-mana 4/4 trample, other ability might matter, and then but if you draw it really late, maybe you're like, okay, instead 8 mana, draw a bunch of cards, 3-mana 4/4 trample.
This card's probably better than Savage Knuckleblade, and people want you to play that and everything with Ketria Triome. So,
Right.
You know.
Isn't it just one people that wants you to play that?
No, there are a lot of people with poor card analysis out there.
All right.
Japes?
But I lost that card in limited 10 years
You
ago.
ready? You ready to move on to LCI?
Constructed.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So this card is, I believe, at time of recording, $1.99, not 99 cents, because I don't believe there are any 99-cent mythics available from this set on Card Kingdom. So we have Vito, Fanatic of Aklizots.
Aklizots,
I believe that was right. I believe I nailed it.
2 and a black?
2 black, white.
2 black, white. Vito, okay.
2 black, white, flying 4/3. That's all I know.
Oh, good.
I also don't own this card.
I remember the one that's like black, white, ward, discard a card or pay 3 life or something. But that's not Vito.
Yeah.
That's a different vampire.
Yeah.
Okay, it does something. It's got abilities. It's a 4-mana 4/3 flying, and it cares about creatures dying, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
it's
artifacts
Omnath. It's Omnath.
First time a creature died?
First time a creature dies, you do a thing. Second time a creature dies, you do another thing. Third time, you make a 4/3 black white, or you make a
Yeah,
4/3 demon.
this is the one that makes the demon vampires.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's 2 other abilities. Is it just like put a +1/+1 counter on a creature and gain a life?
Draw a card, drain someone, make a demon.
Wow, you
That's
draw
what
a
I'm
card.
saying.
First.
I don't know what the order is though, but that's usually what these cards.
Okay.
If you're going to make,
I want to say it would be drain someone, draw a card.
yes, drain someone.
Do you think it's
a
draw a card or is it surveil 1? Because if it was draw a card, I'm sure I've seen this card once, and if it was draw a card, I feel like it would have left a bigger impression on me.
Well, it's a 4-mana 4/3 with no ETB that gets Caracas and dies to bolt.
You said 4/3 twice.
Yeah.
That's okay though. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So,
Let's say it drains first.
Yeah.
Then it
drains,
draws-
and it drains for 2. It drains for 2.
Like they lose 2 life and you gain 2 life.
Yes.
The first time a creature dies on your
yes.
turn. Is it your turn or every turn?
It's the first time this ability triggers this turn.
And critically, it has no sacrifice ability.
Correct.
Or ward, but does have flying.
It's
Yeah.
got flying. Yes.
It's one
Is
of the
it a
cards
va-
where people are like, you should play this in Aristocrats. And I'm like,
Yes.
it doesn't do
Anything.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a vampire or a vampire demon?
Vampire Demon.
James hasn't put too much emphasis on that.
That's
so we
true.
Can, we can
Okay.
maybe-
I haven't been too worried about that one.
Okay, it drains for 2, then it draws you a card, then it makes a 4/3
but I do
flyer.
think it is a vampire demon because this is
because it has the
Aphrodite's-
stats of the vampire demon.
Yeah,
So I'm wondering if it's itself is a vampire demon.
You ready to see it?
Yep.
You were on the right track.
Whenever you
It's a
sack,
4/4. It's got 4 toughness.
I said 4/3 twice. This card's still bad.
Yeah.
Gain 2 life.
Read the card.
They lose 2 life. It doesn't say draw a card anywhere.
4 mana, 4/4 flying. Whenever you sack another permanent, you gain 2 life. If this is the first time this ability is resolved, if it's the second time, each opponent loses 2. If it's the third time, make a 4/3. Sorry, excuse me. I thought this card was a mythic rare. Why, sack another permanent, gain 2, and then you got to do it again to drain them?
It's weird because it doesn't say draw a card anywhere, which is why I promptly forgot this card. But having 4 toughness, actually, I think I like this card more than the card we described.
I'm going to get
just
ahead.
for the 4th toughness.
Yeah, I'm going to get ahead of the unwashed individual that's being like, well, you sacrifice 2 permanents and you gain 2 and they lose 2. It's like 2 blood artist triggers.
Yeah.
No, this is a mythic rare. Have some respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. The drain 2 being spread across 2 triggers is pretty rough.
Well, I sacrifice this and I guess I gain 2 light.
Look, the advantage of this card over Yawgmoth is that it puts you in white in Commander.
All right. So
Ryan, yeah.
round 2, you got 1 point.
Nice.
This sucks.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't say it was going to be easy, but hey, maybe here in round 3, you'll know these cards a little bit better because round 3 is the limited common stars round.
Nope.
So same as previous, I'm going to go through each of these 5 sets and I have a common from the set that proved pretty dang good in the limited format.
Is this based on your evaluation or something that's real?
No, I asked the Discord. I asked a couple other
Okay.
people.
Okay.
I read a couple articles, and
me
I
know
was
what it-
basically just looking for cards that I saw pop up more than once. So
Okay.
we're gonna go one first, and the first card that we have is Contagious Vorak. This is from Phyrexia. All will be one.
Hey, let me know to hit the deck before you're going to fire shots like that at James.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he deserves it after putting us through this.
All right, so
and a
two
green.
generic and a green for a 3/3 beast. And then it's look at the top
5.
five? Look at
yeah.
the top 5 cards of your library when ETBs, and you can just have a land.
You can reveal a land and put it into your hand, and if you don't, you proliferate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the piggy, right?
Yeah, it's just
yeah.
a big-
The good pig, yeah. This was a good card in Unlimited.
All right, I'm gonna give you another opportunity. You got one thing wrong.
2 and a green for a 3/2.
No, is it 3 and a green?
No, it's definitely 3
I'm
mana,
gonna-
3/3. It's a Centaur Courser with another upside.
I'll give you the hint
But-
that it's somewhere in the rules text.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
messed
It's
up.
not if you don't. Oh wait, do they not go to the bottom? Do they go to your graveyard?
No.
Okay. Is it not 5? Is it 4 that you look at? Do you not look at 5?
I think it's 5.
Well, the 4 versus 5 could be a contention, and then if you don't proliferate, that sounds right. If you don't proliferate,
If you don't put a card into your hand this way, you proliferate.
if James is telling
Does
us
it
we
have
got
trample?
did it? No,
No. I
don't
think it's
think so?
block attacks.
I think it just has the ET.
Yeah.
and it's a
Trying to
3/3.
imagine the art.
I think maybe if James is telling us we got something wrong, then the thing got wrong is that you only look at 4 cards.
Okay, you can lock in 4. If I'll believe,
I just don't know what
barely
else it could
draft
be because that everything else sounds right. I
All
just
right.
don't know. Can you wait? Can you
Or is it
reveal a
land or
creature
creature?
or a land?
I think it's creature.
I think it might be look at 5 to get a creature or a land.
Really?
This card was really
That card's
good.
very good for a common.
Maybe it's look at 4 creature or a land. These are the things. It's one of these things. These are the.
This is
switches.
the exact
All right.
process R&D goes through.
Yeah,
I guess,
exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Pick something, Nelson. What do you want to do?
I'm locking in. Let's make it as good as we can possibly imagine. You look at 5, and you can get a creature or a land. I do remember this pig being very strong.
No, it was
Top
4.
Only lands.
Only lands.
Oh, my first impression was right. Darn. Okay, yeah. It's still really good. You're still a good pig.
Excellent card. All right.
Yeah. Okay, so let's look at 4, only a land, bottom.
Yeah.
Right,
All right.
right.
Let's move on to March of the Machine and Preening Champion.
Preening champion.
is the-
yeah.
2
yeah.
and a blue. 2/1 flying. 2/2 flying.
2/2 flyer.
2/2 flying.
Bird
When it-
Warrior?
Yeah, when it ETBs,
Bird
you
Knight.
get a 1/1. No, you incubate 1. No, you get a 1/1.
No,
bird-
this went into the blue.
It's a knight.
Yeah, the night deck.
And it makes a 1/1 illusion with flying, I think, or a 1/1 bird with flying. Makes a 1/1.
But does the 1/1 have flying, or does it incubate? This is the incubate set,
This
doesn't
was
have
one
incubate.
of the.
but this one doesn't have incubate.
This was the non-Phyrexian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does
Oh, it
it
makes an elemental, right?
yes.
It makes the 1/1
It
blue
makes
red
a
elemental.
1/1 blue red elemental that doesn't fly.
2 and a blue, 2/2 flyer. It's like a bird knight.
Yeah.
That when it ETBs, it makes a 1/1 blue red elemental.
Let's lock that
token.
in. Nice.
Nailed it.
Nice. We got one. We got
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Yes.
Good job.
I'll
Good
never
job.
forget a wind drake.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to Lord of the Rings and Dunland Creebane.
Urbane. 2 and a black for a 1/1 flying when it
bat?
ETBs amass 2.
2.
Two. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a-
you
it's a
crushed. You
bird or
crushed.
something?
You crushed it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
crushed it. I'm giving
Yeah,
you that
I'll
one.
never forget a wind drake.
I'll never forget a wind drake. Yeah.
All right, doing well. Doing well.
Amass
See,
orcs too.
see, these are playable draft commons.
Yeah, instead of 99-cent mythics
Well, I
that none of us own
Yeah.
because no matter what they cost, they're not worth it.
Still another piece of cardboard you have to explain to yourself when you're
Look,
trying to clean your house.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought of the name of the round before I thought of the content of the round, so that's how we got there.
Hey,
Just
James, I appreciate the work you put
Yeah, I
into
gotta
this.
say, this one, while it is hell, is the most
See,
elaborate
like,
one. And
I feel
Yeah,
that-
no, James, well done. Even evil James.
I feel these rounds are the best when they operate in the pub trivia mode of asking you a question about something that you had to know in grade 9.
yeah.
Right? And makes the entire audience go, no, what is the quadratic equation?
Yeah.
Right?
All right. Let's move on. We have this is from Wilds of Eldraine, Voracious Vermin.
This is no.
This is the
this
2/1.
The 2/1 that gets a counter when something dies.
Yeah, it's the 2/1,
2 and a black.
2 and a black.
Rat.
It's a rat.
Oh yeah, it brings a rat that can't block,
Yeah,
and every time any creature dies
it gets plus
or non-token. I don't think so.
No, I
it's
think it's any creature
Yeah,
gets plus
Your
1.
opponent's
I remember
creatures.
these getting out of hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
2 and 1 black, 2/1 rat brings a rat that can't block a 1/1, and whenever any creature dies, gets a +1/+1. Now, can it only get 1+1/+1 counter per turn? Is there any limitation on the growth ability?
I don't think so.
Non-token creatures, token creatures, every creature dying gives a single counter.
I didn't draft the set.
Me neither. I drafted it once. Let's lock that in. Let's say it grows no matter what every time anything dies.
There you go.
You control.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Oh.
Good. Yeah.
No, he gave us the point.
Yeah,
he gave us
give us the point.
Yeah, I'm giving you that one. You did that.
right,
Good
we were
job.
close.
Good
I
job.
like it. I like that it's a rat standing on its hind legs. Like,
Yeah.
What do you?
like
you're
these people.
Yeah. What are you? What are you? A little guy?
I drafted this set like ones of times, and I kind of wish I had drafted it more.
I enjoyed it.
I was just busy.
You know, I think I'd like
School had started for the
drafting
kids, yeah.
more if I had more time to process and learn the set.
Yeah, like back in the day, this would still be the current set, and I would have drafted it 5 times.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
instead, we're already on to the Lost Caverns of Ixalan and Tithing Blade.
1 and a black artifact. When it enters the battlefield, an opponent sacks each opponent.
Each opponent
creature?
sacks a creature.
And
Or
then
Planeswalker, or is
No,
it
just
just creature?
creature.
Okay, just creature.
The flip side is an altar that ICIs every turn.
Yeah,
Right,
for
it
4
drains-
and a black, craft with creature or
Craft with
artifact?
creature.
4 black, black.
No,
No,
it's
it's only 5.
4 black.
4 black.
Unless it's 5 black.
No,
If you
it's
think
it's
6,
it's
I think
4
4
black.
I'm gonna
4
go
black,
Cameron
craft
on
with
this.
creature. And is it at the
Sepulture of
end?
something,
It's
right?
at the end of your turn. Each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1.
Yeah.
I think it's at the beginning of your upkeep. Is it
No,
the
I
beginning of
think
your
I
step?
think you get it
You get it the first
the
turn?
first
You
turn.
craft, you would put, you would get it in sep if
I
you
think it's
craft that
upkeep.
turn. I'm
But
gonna go
okay.
with Cameron on
All right.
this. Cameron played this. Yeah,
It's all good. It's all good.
All right, so here's the front side.
Yeah,
You are correct. I'm going to give this to you, but it is at the beginning of your
Nelson, I'm
upkeep.
sorry.
It's okay.
No, that's good.
There was a time when I would say that I would, try to put my knowledge of limited commons, tied for first among the gang here at LRR, but it's not 2016 anymore.
damn, this card is like. I mean, this card's very good.
It's okay,
I mean,
actually.
but
I think it's only okay for this limited
But
format.
no, I just mean as a common, like in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
But that is kind of a feel bad.
Well, you have to pay 5 mana. You have to
then-
have a creature in your graveyard to craft with, or you exile one of your own on the table, and then you have to wait.
Yeah.
And then you only get 1 left.
Honestly, I've very rare. I don't think I've ever crafted that. I think I've used it as crafting. fodder.
Yeah.
I-
Sometimes you sack it to your other
I
things,
imagine
yeah.
the crafting maybe comes up more in Pauper. I think that card started to be pretty good
Like
in
a 4
Pauper.
oven popper.
Yeah, you core Skyfisher it and
Yeah.
replay it.
Oh yeah. Because you can. You cut Chainer's Edict for it.
Yeah.
Sure. I've
All
been on
right.
Guest verdict or whatever.
You,
but, yeah, it's
you
been a
ma-
while since I updated my popper decks.
You managed to get 4 points
not
in
bad.
round 3. Feeling pretty good. So we're going to move on to round 4, which is called Commander Masters, and the S is a $sign because here's what I want. Here's what I want you to tell me. Disregarding variants and foils and whatever else, I want you to tell me the 5 most expensive reprints from Commander Masters in descending order at Card Kingdom at time of recording.
Sorry, you're asking this to a bunch of people that get most of their cards for free
Yeah.
for work
Yeah.
that never sell them.
Yeah.
Or if we do, we ship them off to Yellow Jacket and just forget that it exists.
Yeah. That
Well,
is
number
correct.
one is
Sometimes
fierce.
we roll out to dealers and we're just
Yeah.
like, how much can I get for this? And they're like,
Yeah.
they're like $50 for this whole pile. And you're like, okay, cool.
Yeah, cool. I'm getting sushi for lunch.
Number number one.
It's got to be was Mana Vault?
It's
I don't know.
uh
Sorry, was Mana Vault in the set?
was Manifold in this set?
Like Soul Ring was in the set? That's the card I care about the most when I'm
that's
drafting.
common though. It's got to be deflecting SWAT and Fierce Guardianship are in here at some point.
Okay.
And I'd even wager maybe Deadly Rollick. But Definitely
Wait,
deflecting SWAT and guardianship.
Smothering Tithe was in here too, wasn't
Smothering
it?
Tithe was also in here. Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good one.
I'm going to throw you all a
Ristic
bone.
Studies?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw you all a bone. Not a single card you have said is in this
Sure.
list.
What?
Yep, that's fine. Well, yeah, because those cards got reprinted, which means they're cheap now.
Yeah, but-
sometimes that's what happens when you.
But then
reprint cards.
it's like the Tarmogoyf. I mean, this is not a really.
So again,
this is a dated reference.
So, yeah,
but-
to be clear,
Okay, so there used to be a card called Tarmogoyf.
To be clear, I am looking for the 5 most expensive cards in descending order. The completely bog standard regular printing
can't be a
in Commander Masters.
So this is genuinely impossible. Can you throw us a bone and just give us the color of each of them?
Sure. Number 1 is an artifact.
Okay.
You're gonna need to throw us another bone and tell us the exact mana cost.
Okay.
Are these all legends?
Nope.
Tell us if it's legendary or not. Yeah.
This is not legendary.
Non-legendary artifact that costs
0.
Jeweled Lotus.
That is
Oh, yeah,
absolutely
Jeweled
correct. There you go.
I don't even remember. We barely.
Jeweled
Fuck
Lotus.
off.
Jeweled Lotus is selling for $74.99 at Card Kingdom right now. By the way, we were absolutely not paid to do this for Card Kingdom. Obviously, they sponsored the
a
show.
little bit.
Yeah.
But I figured if I'm going to go anywhere and look for the price of a card, I would use the sponsor of the show.
Sure.
All right.
Reasonable.
You mean me screaming "fuck off" didn't really push that? We know this wasn't paid directly for this.
age-restricted content?
Yeah.
All right.
It's 50 minutes in. We're fine.
How are we feeling about number 2? You want to take a stab or do you want some
I'm
hints?
definitely feeling like number 2 right now.
I'd like to get stabbed right now.
This
that might
is
be more enjoyable.
I'll give you another hint. It is a colored artifact.
Colored artifact that's expensive.
Yeah.
What color?
Green.
Hold up.
The Great Henge.
That is correct.
I was going to get it without the help.
Were you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's okay.
You can have the third
I
one.
was trying to reclaim a little dignity.
I'm not interested in that for me.
Okay.
It's not part of my future.
Damn.
My level of dignity, I only expect to continue to crumble. As
God,
We're
I
on
can't
a
wait to-
Magic podcast, Ben. I don't know how much dignity is really involved here.
That's true. I mean, I haven't clapped my hands like a seal yet.
All right.
I did a
Yet.
bit.
Are you ready for card number 3?
I did a bit for live where I just like scooched along the carpet while they filmed it. So there's
Yeah.
a lot of room. Anyway, go
All
ahead.
right.
Yeah, hit
James.
us.
All right, card number 3. What do you think? Do you want to take a stab? I'll give you a hint when you ask for a hint.
I mean, I'd like to. Yeah, color.
Green. Oh, Great Henge, by the way, $54.99.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
That's down from 80 or whatever. Like
Wait,
before
what?
it was printed.
really.
That card just like was huge in standard. Isn't still legal now, right?
No.
But was big in a bit of other 60 card. I think it was considered another 60
my
card, and
God.
obviously massive in Commander.
Yeah.
Right.
Holy. Wow.
Yeah. Card's really good.
Magic sucks.
I only play it on Arena where it was free.
All right.
Okay.
So,
It's a green card.
it's a green card.
It's a green card. Is it a 1 mana green card? Ben Wheeler, I'm not asking James right now. Is there a 1 mana green card?
Green card and a
Is there a
commander.
2 mana
set?
green card?
Obscuring haze.
No, that
No,
card's
that card-
not expensive.
Natural order. No. Green card. Is Sylvan Library in this set?
Sylvan Library is not expensive. Is
I don't know price.
can you give us the CMC? Give us the CMC.
It's we'll give you the MV is 5.
MV is 5.
I'm not going to give you the breakdown yet.
That's okay. It's okay. That's what I'm asking for.
He's
I'm asking
not
for the
going to
total
give
mana
it- Why
value.
wouldn't he give us the?
Is it an X cost?
No.
So it's like 4 and a green, or 3 green, or 2.
Oh, doubling
green.
season.
4 and a green for doubling,
Doubling
season.
season.
Oh yeah.
Let's go with doubling
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 5. How much is doubling season now? Because this card's been reprinted
Less-
3 times.
Doubling
in the past-
season.
Less than $47, right?
$39.99
There you go.
over at Card Kingdom right now.
Okay.
All right. Next up, this is card number 4.
Color, please.
White.
Damn, a pricey
Smothering
white
Tithe?
card. Yeah,
Is it
Smothering
Tithe?
Smothering Tithe.
Smothering Tithe could be $25 or $30, right? Is it Smothering Tithe?
It's not.
Land tax.
Nope.
Is land tax in the set?
Is land tax expensive?
I don't know if it's in the set.
Okay. Mana value, please.
8.
An 8 mana white card.
Oh, Avacyn?
Avacyn.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah?
Angel
Yeah.
of
Really?
Hope. Yeah, oh yeah.
This card's still expensive.
It's an angel. Angels can't
Wheeler-
be less than $20.
Wheeler, there's plenty of angels in the 25-cent bin, my man.
These people are unhinged. Okay.
Look, it's.
I'm pretty sure I
it's
gave
our
this to a little kid.
gospel.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
an angel. She's mommy. And also, it can't be killed and your other stuff can't be killed. This like covers all the anxieties of your average commander player.
It's so bizarre to me that anyone would think that after looking at the white symbol in the top right, and then what are you just blind to every other card that costs like a white pip?
They don't care.
Like you're the only one who's going to think to play white at commander. Of course they won't be able to touch.
People
your
are
commander.
horny for their 8-mana angels.
No,
What
that's
can I
fine.
say?
If the reason is the art or the character, the lore, or whatever, I accept that. That's totally fine.
By the way, $39.99 for Avacyn right now.
Check your bulk, kids. Turns out it's not all bulk.
I'm saying this not as a criticism of Card Kingdom because, frankly, their price is pretty good. Yeah, pretty good.
Sure.
But that is unhinged.
Yeah, it's
I
not
mean,
Card
like-
Kingdom's fault. It's the Magic community.
Who
Yeah.
was it who told me that they were like going through the uncommon box at YJ once for work and just found like, an inch long vein of Caracas?
No, it was me. It was just one Caracas
Oh,
that I sold
okay.
out of the dollar bin. And it was the last one. There might have been 2 or 3.
Right.
But like back in 2009 or whatever. Like
Yeah.
Caracas was cheap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it was a nothing card for
It was no one cared.
20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they printed, 15 years of legends.
All right. This is the final card. It is black.
It's Thoughtseize? No.
Is it 4 mana?
Is it Demonic Tutor? Like, no.
Oh, Demonic Tutor is in the set. It's Demonic Tutor.
Is it Demonic Tutor? Demonic Tutor's good.
Demonic Tutor.
I don't know how expensive Demonic Tutor
If it's not Deadly Rollick, it's Demonic Tutor.
I feel like Demonic Tutor is still $20.
You want to lock into Demonic Tutor?
I like
Yeah.
Demonic Tutor.
Great, because that's what it is.
Yay!
Card
Switch
Kingdom
get.
$37.99.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Nice. Demonic Tutor is still worth a bunch of money.
cheaper than Avacyn, huh?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so.
One of the best cards, one
Well-
of the pound for pound most powerful cards of
The
all
whole
time.
game, yeah. And it's a
Yeah.
little bit cheaper than the 8-mana, 8/8 flying vigilance.
Yeah, I should
Indestructible.
pick up one of these. I haven't replaced the DT that I traded for a Mahamoti Jin in like 1995.
I'm still just like multiple chimes traded or sold or bought Demonic Tutors for $15, like in kind of recent years, but they're always revised, beat up ones.
I do
so, like,
feel like there was like a 5-year period of time at like when we were still actively playing.
yeah, we were regularly Mondays.
Yeah,
every
it's just
week,
like just week after week I'd play you and you'd cast a different Demonic Tutor. Like you'd never have the same.
I mean, my favorite Nelson play is Black Lotusing for a white bordered Blood Moon.
Oh.
yeah. Thank
It's
you.
like the worst feeling in the world.
Blood Moon has been expensive like forever though. Like I just didn't own the
Blood
Dark
Moon's
Blood
like
Moon.
$8 now.
Is it? Can you get like a
Yeah.
nice one
Yeah.
for cheap? Because I
Yeah,
think I
I-
did
I
grab
opened-
a Wilds of Eldraine one, but I've
Yeah,
never
the
gotten a
Wilds of
dark one.
Eldraine,
'Cause the dark one's
storybook
always been
version.
expensive. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I like the Wilds of Eldraine one.
Yeah, it's got
Also,
great
I don't know. They're already going to be a bit tilted by Blood Moon, so like I paid money for my whiteboarded one, but I was just like the art is actually still really good. Like I like the art on the whiteboarded one better than the original art, and it just looks worse because it's whiteboarded.
The
but-
8th edition,
But it does tilt them.
The 8th edition Blood Moon art, I think, is better
Yeah.
than the dark one.
yeah, like if you can get that one in foil, that was like one of the prettiest
Like,
ones you can get.
I got tilted by a friend once who like fetched for a basic island with the words Tundra written on it in Sharpie. It was just like, man,
They're just like playing it as their island. Like they're just like it's an island. I just didn't have another one or
yeah,
whatever.
no, and I think they stifled me with it.
Incredible.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and give you 2.5 points out of 5 for that round.
Perfect.
That's very generous. Thank you for giving us the pass.
Thank you so much. Can we get 3?
Absolutely not. All right. We are moving into our final round, the classic lightning round. So this is going to be, again, in order of 1, Mom, Lord of the Rings, Woe, and LCI. These are direct damage, cheap, red burn spells.
Okay.
All right. So starting off here with 1, we have Hex Gold Slash.
3 damage to a creature if it has infect. Not infect. Toxic.
1 red deals 2, normally 4 if it has toxic.
Can it hit a creature only?
Creatures.
Yes.
Creature only.
Yeah.
4 if it has toxic.
Correct. Good job. All right. Moving on to great art. I love the art. One of my favorites from this year, actually. Moving on to Mom, we have Shatter the Source.
Is this a 2 and a red
No,
one?
this is the Convoke one.
Oh, 2 and 2 red, but with Convoke.
No, this is 5 in a red with Convoke.
5 and a red with Convoke.
Deals
It
6 damage to a creature, destroy an artifact.
And it's
Choose one or both.
instant.
Instant.
It's an instant. Choose.
I think it's choose one.
I think it's choose one. I don't think it's both. I don't
it's
think
that common.
both.
5 red, convoke, instant, 6 damage to a creature, destroy an artifact. Choose one.
Big Abrade.
Quite close. I'm going to give you an opportunity here to
4 and a red.
the mana cost is correct, but
Okay.
your first mode needs to be expanded upon.
Oh, it can hit planeswalkers.
Yeah, 5. Yeah. Oh, can I hit battles?
Oh, creature or battle. Creature or battle
Creature,
or planeswalker.
or battle.
All 3 for a common. Yeah.
6
Yeah.
mana?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
This card was pretty good.
Yeah, this card got better as people drafted this set more. They were just like, oh, the convoke deck is actually pretty strong. Yeah, I remember that.
All right. Moving on, we've got Lord of the Rings and Smite the Deathless.
This is the 1 in a red that deals 3 to a creature. And then it has some additional text that it gets around it. Does it get around indestructible or something?
I want to say does it exile if it kills something?
Like, is it just 3? Is it just incinerate? Like,
Yeah.
is it 1 in a red and deal 3 damage to it? If that creature would die, exile it instead.
That sounds like
Plausible.
a card that they could print.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go with that.
There it is.
Oh, it also
loses-
loses
okay,
indestructible.
yeah.
It's both.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay,
Collectively, we got it.
sweet. Nice.
Great.
I'll give you the point. All right. Moving on here. Next up, we have Wilds of Eldraine and Torch the Tower.
1 red instant bargain deals 2 damage, target creature or planeswalker. If you paid the bargain cost, it deals 3, and if it would be put into, if a creature would die this way, it's exiled instead.
You missed one ability there.
Shuffle your library afterward.
Whoa.
No, I don't.
Draw 3 cards. It's
Counter target
2023.
spell. I
Yeah,
don't-
yeah.
yeah, like,
Your
yeah.
opponent loses 10 life.
Yeah, is
So
this just cryptic?
I'll read the middle text here. You were correct up until the very end here. Torch the Tower deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If this spell was bargained, instead it deals 3 damage to that permanent and
Scry 1.
got it.
Actually?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Because I remember seeing this card getting played in Pioneer and being
Right.
like, what a joke of a format.
Okay, cool. Great.
All right, that was 4. So moving on to the final here. I'm going to do this one a little bit differently because to the best of my knowledge, there was only one instant speed burn spell,
Oh, I know what it is there.
and that's all I want to know. I want you to tell me what it is.
It's the
Idol of the Deep King.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. It's shock for 2 in a red instant, but it's on an artifact.
Yeah.
And it has
Yeah,
craft.
This is still a red card.
Yeah.
And it crafts 4 in a red, and it turns into a bone splitter that attaches for free
Okay.
once, and you get paid 2 to equip
So
otherwise.
this is my fault then. I missed this card when going through these sets last night.
There's another. There's
Can
another.
you
red
name
instant then.
the red instant card?
braid?
It's
Yeah, there's a break.
Yeah,
It's a braid. Yeah, I did. That's my bad. I totally missed.
well.
Totally missed
Well,
the
look who the
that
expert
one there.
was who was stumped.
Yeah.
The Idol of the Deep King can go face. Not saying it's better than a braid, but
That being said, I will give you the full 5 points for that round, which means after everything is said and done, it looks like you got 10, 11, 15, 17 and a half, and then 22 and a half out of 34 available points.
C's get degrees.
How you feeling about Magic 2023?
Exhausted.
I feel I should be chastened, but instead I'm energized.
what do they call that feeling where you feel like you don't deserve to be doing the job that you're doing?
You know, I've been cooking more.
Yeah,
I've been playing other games a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to become a Warhammer podcaster.
Nice.
Because, man, the state of that fandom.
Imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome. Feel
Hey.
like that.
At least they're consistent.
I'm gonna make a podcast about. I'm gonna make a lore podcast that just scrapes other lore podcasts.
Perf.
Yeah, Yeah,
But
we
you-
don't have
but-
enough of those yet.
The content is you saying it, and we like your voice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Please slow down. Just
Just
a little
tap
bit.
the brake.
Yeah,
Tap
just
the
a
brake.
little bit. Honestly, a couple of years ago when everybody's like, there's too many sets, I think that was actually okay. But now it's genuinely.
Yeah.
It's,
Like when I made round 1, I was like, wow, this is so many things.
Yep.
So many things.
A lot of things.
But all right. Well, that was my Stump the Panel 2023 edition. Thanks for playing all. And Cameron, take us out.
Thanks for making
Well-
it, James.
That has been Tap Tap Concede for this week. I've been Cameron, and we have had Nelson
I was here.
and Ben.
I got to call my mom.
If you like this, please consider supporting us directly on Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Your direct support of us through Patreon allows us to create all of this stuff, as well as our sponsor, cardkingdom.com/LRR, whose also generous support of this podcast allows us to continue making it. I think that's everything. Anyone else want to have any final words? James?
No, I'm good.
Who edits these podcasts?
Oh, Heather gets these online.
Thanks, Heather.
Thank you so much, Heather. Yeah, I think that's everything.
Great.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for listening, watching.